What is up? It's time for more Cowboy Bebop. This is episode 24. I'm just writing it on my notes. Cowboy Bebop 24. In a lot of shows that are like 2 core shows, this would be the last episode. Like, it's pretty common for it to be 24 episodes, but this is 26. So we still have 2 more after this. But I'm very curious. I mean, look, I did see when I clicked on this episode that the next 2 episodes after this are a part 1 and part 2. So this is probably our last, you know, episodic episode, if you know what I mean. You know, it's our last one that probably doesn't tie into anything, and then next episode starts the final little bit, the final connection, whatever wraps up this show. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I don't know what to expect, but I'm excited for it. In terms of what I'm gonna be releasing, I was thinking, like, would it be good to just do the last 2 episodes in one video, get them out of the way? I might do that if I get time, because I think that would be nice. Instead of having part 1 and then wait a week for part 2, I might just do part 1 and 2 both in the same video. I don't know, but keep your eye out, because maybe that's the case. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you might be able to go to my Patreon account right now and find part 1 and 2 all together. And if you're on my Patreon account, I want to apologize that this video is going up quite late, but it's been a mess this past week, and I've actually kind of messed up some of the uploads. So because of that, Cowboy Bebop full length kind of suffered for a few days, but we're back on track hopefully after this, so don't worry about it. And we're going to be finishing up this show. I don't know when we finish the show, I don't know what I'm replacing it with, so I'll have to give a good think about that. But yeah, anyway, Cowboy Bebop, this is episode 24. Let's just go. Bana, 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 bana. Oh, she's watching that video. We doing another Faye episode before we wrap up this series? It's Singapore, babe. It's Singapore.
Ah! What the? I don't think I know. I don't think I think.
Oh my god, what the fuck are you doing? Blowing into her mouth? Hard luck, woman. What's going on?
What are you doing on Earth all of a sudden?
Don't know.
Oh,
Did Faye change a course?
Well, how do we just get off course and... Huh?
The girls are gone.
Mm-hmm.
Really good.
Oh my god, her being tied to the ship. This song is great. So simple. Oh yeah. Jeez, man. Earth isn't looking great. But that's not a huge surprise, honestly.
Waterfall.
Oh my god. Hello, kids.
Found it. Huh? So
Huh?
everybody's found. Look it. Cool, huh?
Oh my gosh.
Please have your nails. Nails?
Oh.
Collecting them. Pinky would be all right. But
That's awful. Hey, what the fuck are you spraying her for?
Edward. Is it you, Edward?
Okay, so Ed's from this group.
I'm afraid it's the only way I can get the kids to pay attention sometimes.
To spray water on her? I know she was probably trying to spray it on the
Is she
kids.
from this eating here as if that's the way it always was. Then, about 3 years
She
ago,
disappeared?
she wandered away again.
Yeah.
But I didn't think that she would suddenly appear like this.
And she brought Faye back here. That's kind of cute.
Our Father in heaven, you know we're here. So I'll leave off the rest. Eat hearty, kids.
Yeah, that food doesn't look great, but hey, if you're hungry, you're
I'm afraid
hungry.
I have to go now. Actually, I'm looking for something.
Ed knows where it is. We just came here because there's good food, Faye Faye. Ha ha.
Little rat.
You little shit.
There's something good in my desk drawer.
What?
I can save it
Drugs?
for you, Edward.
Good for Ed?
It's in the
Be like a
top
yo-yo or something. That's my guess.
drawer. Yes, that's it.
What is it?
Stop.
Oh, cool. Little hologram.
It's your father.
Oh! Whoa!
He said he forgot that he put her in a daycare center and that he'd been looking for her for 7 years.
Oh my
Around the world.
god.
In this world, people must cherish whatever ties they have.
I don't know if you could even call it a tie. There it is.
Faye,
People recognize her?
Sally Young.
Sally
I was in your
Young?
graduating class in high school.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, there was so much there.
Are you okay?
You're not living up to your last name, old lady.
Hey, don't you remember it?
She's just got one tape for memories.
Is it time?
Aw, cute. She's got a nice hairstyle.
The fact is that she's
A ghost from beyond.
Oh, don't scare her. You just freaked out that kid for no reason. She's gonna have nightmares tonight. This song's awesome too. Oh, I like that song so much. I kind of want to know what it is. I want to listen to it on Spotify or something.
I don't appreciate these kinds of stunts, Faye.
It's important to her. It's not a stunt. Yeah, can you smell my dad's scent off of this hologram? Well, I mean, I guess he would have been handling the hologram.
That's pretty big.
Oh, oh.
Litvin.
That's a fucking name. I can't write all of that. So they're going after him. Oh!
You want one? Huh?
You just drink raw egg?
Sure. Second eggs is good for you. You
Ugh.
power on you, Macintosh.
It's McIntyre, actually. No, I'm just your...
Don't sweat the small stuff, my friend.
Who does he remind me of?
Hurry, Macin, whatever.
McIntyre!
It's not that hard to remember. Oh, is she getting some memories back? Seems like it. Oh. Jeez. Some cool visuals there.
What?
I'm sorry.
You're... Sorry?
Who are you? He's shook by her apologizing. Now he's interested, I think. He was like, I don't give a shit until she starts acting like a nice person.
I finally remember where it is that I belong.
Oh.
Belonging is the very best thing there is.
Are you still gonna belong where you think you should belong? That was a long time ago.
If the girls could eat some sukiyaki with meat, then that should...
Faye took off again.
Yep.
Oh, well. Where's she this time, Arcturus?
She might be gone forever this time.
A woman's heart's as fickle as the skies of Ganymede.
Like, she could legitimately be gone from them forever. There's not many episodes left.
We'd like you to come along with us, all right?
They got him.
Basic cooperation.
Peace and non-chaos in the cosmic sense. Only through maps. That's right.
He's so calm
Earth
for
has
being
changed, so we map those changes to
held up by
understand
gun.
them. Nah, that's exactly why we travel around so much. We chase down every
The map's thus changing chaos to order.
Jesus. It's a lot of work.
All right, I've heard enough.
Oh my god! Whoa! And the music?
Expecting a match.
Holy shit! Look at this animation! Oh my gosh!
Edward!
Hey!
That was an awesome animation sequence. Oh. Ed!
was.
Oh my god.
Upsy days.
Jeez, man. Which is like nothing ever happened.
This is the father person.
The father person.
You mean?
This is Spike person and Jet person, okay?
Okay.
Ah.
Okay?
Oh, that's different. Taking care of my son.
Son.
Was it my daughter? Well, either way, you guys are all right.
Wow.
Don't tell me.
Awesome.
Only 50 wulong.
So, Francoise, you want to stay with me?
Oh
now?
my god. Well, you're abandoned again, Ed. Better come back to the ship.
Person gone.
You going back to Sally Young? Oh. Is there anything there? Yeah, I don't think there's anything there. I mean, as I said, it's been a long time. Damn, man. There's some great music in this episode. I mean, it's a strange style that they've chosen, but I like it. I mean, it feels like music from like an early 2000s movie, you know? Oh. Jeez. Must be so hard with this crew, never knowing where anyone is. Bye-bye. Oh. Man. I mean, this could be a goodbye for both Ed and Faye, honestly. And
Away, Ed might not be coming back.
I think he just wants to be with you.
So you better go back to the ship,
No, they suck at taking care of me.
with Ed.
Oh. Eat all the eggs you can eat, guys. Her suitcase says tomato. I guess it's probably a computer, is it? Not a suitcase. See you, cowgirl, someday, somewhere. Okay, wow. I mean, I think that might have been a proper goodbye to Ed and Faye. Like, it's strange because if this was another show, I feel like I would go, well, that's not really goodbye. That's just like a one episode goodbye, and then they're gonna come back halfway through the finale to help out or whatever for one last time or whatever. Because it was so like almost uneventful, but like with Cowboy Bebop, they've set up this style that is very understated. Like the whole themes and just the way that the episodes play out and the events of episodes, they are so calm, and it's hard to explain, but basically what I'm saying is this show is kind of unlike anything else I've ever seen, and it has an enormous amount of trust in its characters, where it can kind of have an episode like this and it can end in this way where it's like the characters don't really say a proper goodbye to each other. They don't really talk about anything that happened. We don't get any sort of closure between them. And yet, you know, in a way it fits, because this is who these characters are and who they've always been with each other. Like, the big thing was her saying sorry to Spike, where it's just like this is just her being kind of very genuine with Spike for just a few seconds, you know, like so much so that you almost would think that she had lost her memory, not gained memories back, but she was acting so seemingly out of character for her just showing some vulnerability for a moment. But it's just like, in that moment, she's like, wow, I genuinely, like, have something I want to do, and I think I don't need to be with this crew anymore. But the crazy thing about the Cowboy Bebop squad is, like, the entire show, like, there's a lot of media out there that's like a ragtag group of people who don't, like, fit in with each other. They don't match. They don't get along very well. They all come together. But generally, those stories, the point of them is you watch them slowly become a family. You watch them come together, and, like, by the end, you know, they're going to be super attached to each other or emotional with each other, or they're yelling at each other or something. You know, it's very heightened. But this show portrays it like they kind of are a found family, but, like, the family they found acts sort of like a normal family, that, like, certain normal families, which is we don't really interact with each other's lives very much. Like, we're here if you need it, and that's where it ends, you know? So I feel like Spike and Jet, it's like they are on the Bebop, and, like, if Ed and Faye, if they come back, they're probably, you know, it's probably fine for them to be on the Bebop. But generally, you know, that if you leave, they're not gonna think too much about it. Like, you can just move on, and that'll be it. No more words spoken. It's really, really interesting, because so many shows wouldn't be able to resist doing, like, a full emotional reunion, a big monologue between characters, you know, like or a dialogue, I guess, but, like, you know, Faye giving a big monologue at the end, or her having, like, just a, like, tearful breakdown as she finds out that the house isn't there anymore, and then she comes back and goes, like, I need a family or whatever, and like, I'm not saying any of that would be bad writing. In fact, I love shows that do what I just described, and that tends to get me super emotional. I tend to be bawling my eyes out in it, and I really like that kind of writing. But I fucking admire this. I think this is just a very, very interesting approach to it. Now, I don't know what the last 2 episodes are, right? And it is very possible that next episode, Faye and Ed are just back, or at least one of them is back, or something, you know? It's very possible. Absolutely. But it's also possible that this was their way of going, we need to send off these characters, and then we want to have, like, Jet and Spike have their own, like, final send-off episodes, but, you know, we need to give Faye and Ed some time to finish off their story as well, and so they gave this episode to Faye and Ed, and then the next 2 episodes are for Jet and Spike. But, man, yeah, I'm just, yeah, like, it's so strange, like, watching that episode. I really enjoyed it, but in a very different way than I'd expect to enjoy it. Like, I just feel so strange about it, because of the way they presented it in such a relaxed way. It just feels so natural that I'm actually kind of not too devastated about it, and not because I don't care, but because it's just, like, this is the way it is, and, you know, and, like, all the characters seem content with it. Man. Yeah, so really, really, really interesting. Amazing fight scene in this episode as well, between Spike and Ed's dad. That was a great fight scene. Like, that was one of the best of the show, I think. The music with that choreography, it reminds me of, I think episode 1 has, like, a really good hand-to-hand combat scene that I was like, oh my gosh, is the whole show like this? And the whole show has great animation, but there wasn't really as much hand-to-hand combat stuff as in that first episode. I thought the first episode was setting the tone of, like, this is how Spike fights, sorry. We're 24 episodes in. I'm almost at the end of the show. I still mix up Jet and Spike's name sometimes. There's something about it. For some reason, Jet looks like a Spike, and Spike looks like a Jet. Like, I feel like Jet feels like a main character's name, you know? And Spike feels like, oh, that's the mechanical one who does, you know, I don't know, does stuff behind the scenes, who fixes things up. You know, and like I think of Jet as the mechanic of this show, so it sounds like his name would be Spike, you know? Like I don't know, there's something about those two names. I always mix them up. Not always, but I sometimes mix them up. But yeah, anyway, I thought that Spike would be like a hand-to-hand combat fighter, and that was going to be like the animation of the fight scenes going forward. And then we kind of didn't get to see him hand-to-hand combat fight much after that, because they changed it up a lot, you know? There'll be ship fights, there'll be bombs that are being set off, there are gunfights, there's lots of other stuff. And it's cool, it's great, because it means the show has a lot of variety. But I really like the look of this show's hand-to-hand combat, and I wish there was a bit more of it in this series, because it's so good. But yeah, that was a great fight. The music in this episode was just really great in general. I would love to know, is there a way that I can find what that song is? Because it's really good. Hold on. I found the song. It's called Wo Kui Non Coin by the Seatbelts, I guess. And yeah, it's just a fucking beautiful song. I think I'm gonna add it to my Spotify playlist if it's on Spotify. I haven't even checked, because it's just amazing. Yeah, it's on Spotify. Thank goodness. Yes, please. I'm adding it to my playlist. Hell yes, because that song was just like so beautiful sounding. There's something about it. It was so simple, but just yeah, I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I loved that song. I liked the episode a lot. It was a very nice episode. I can't wait to finish off this show. I think I might really try to do both episodes in the same video next week, but if I don't hate me, because sometimes I might not be able to because of time that I have, you know, if it fits into my schedule. But I really want to try, so keep an eye out for that. Thanks for watching. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.